Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rafe Gal. This, as you may have noticed, is the Zelda Link to the Past Randomizer. I'm finished up with my XCom 2 run, and that means it's back to normal. And if you recall, that means playing Zelda Randomizer and forgetting to play my other games, because I kind of really like the randomizer. So I'm really excited to get a randomizer run in here. For those who are new to this, maybe people who joined up when I was doing that XCOM run, the Zelda Link to the Past randomizer is Link to the Past, normal game, normal map, except every treasure chest in the game is randomized. Now, there's a logic to it. It's programmed in a way where you can, where you're not going to get stuck. But outside of the sword and the small keys that you find in treasure chests, pretty much everything else is randomized. That's like stuff you get, like part pieces that might be laying out in the overworld. That's treasure chests, drops from NPCs, bosses, which, you know, people like when you bring Sahasrara the Green Pendant, when you return the Blacksmith, all of that counts as the NPCs. Basically, all of that gets thrown into the blender, and there's random items for all of it. Now, there's a logic engine, so you can't get stuck, or you're not likely to get stuck, but it does require some creative thought. So it's not always stuff the way that you expect it to be. It's taking what you have and figuring out where you can go next, what items you need in order to actually beat the dungeons that are required. The dungeons are actually somewhat randomized, mostly just by their reward. The crystals and pendants get rotated around, and our goal is just to beat Ganon, so we don't actually need to do the pendant dungeons unless they happen to end up having required items. But we'll check them last. So right now we're just getting through the escape. The bomb drop we got from that treasure chest is actually really good. That means that there is the 3 treasure chests from the sewer escape that we'll be able to access that we normally wouldn't be able to access. So that saves us a trip. The enemy drops are somewhat randomized, but there's no guarantee that one of them would have bombs, and we'd need to sit and kill them until we got the drop we needed. So just finding them in a chest is really handy. Rush through the rest of this real quick. Now, part of the reason that this is so much fun is the fact that it is built to be a speed game. Most of these are going to be, or most of the time this is built to be raced. So 2 people playing the same seed, or the same randomization code, basically, so that we end up with the same stuff. I will be probably sending this one over to Mike to give him a shot at getting another, his own good time. Shortly here. I know he's in town, or he is out of town for a couple days, in town here. So I'm assuming he will not be jumping right back into it. But sometime later this week, we'll see how he does. Okay. Just gonna mad dash through this part here. Rupees are good. We will need 100 rupees for the first little section here. Flippers, very nice. It doesn't unlock a ton, but it's something we're eventually gonna need. Okay, let's see what these 3 chests are. Heart container, bug net, lamp. Lamp is awesome. One of the big downsides with the later versions of this is if you don't have the lamp, every dark room ends up dark. Which makes sense. But it's not something that the game is normally built for, so it quasi cuts you off unless you have that area memorized. I've tried doing some of the rooms in the dark. It's hard. And I believe if I did my math right, that treasure chest should be the map. Because we did not get the map during the run. So that treasure chest is technically lumped in with the rest of that dungeon, as far as the logic goes, so it can have the map for that area. Now you may say, Lucas, why didn't you go get it, just to make sure? Part of this is, like I said, speed. We need to make sure that I'm just going off of, I want to use the best logic I can to minimize opening extra chests, to minimize, you know, if I have items that I don't need, I don't want to pick them up. Mike and I's last couple of races have been real close, so the idea of cutting a couple seconds off actually does matter at this point. Okay, so we're gonna check here. This is one of those things that's on the list of places to check, just to make sure. That was a heart container. The only way to access that heart container is through beating Agadim. So if that had been an item like the fire rod or the master sword or something, we might have needed to go get it. Magic boomerang. Not great, but we'll take it. Okay. Heart container. We'll take it. Okay, so I'm gonna head down into Kakariko Village. That'll put us real close on the rupees. We should be good. We only have 2 bombs, so we may need to buy some. So more rupees is good. And then we'll need another 500 for Zora shortly, most likely. We've got the flippers already, so that's a good spot to go. Okay, mushroom. Mirror. Plus 5 bombs. And the moon pearl. Ugh. Okay, that's... We're gonna be able to get into the Dark World pretty early, most likely. Hopefully we don't have to go through Agadim to do it. Mirror opens up quite a bit. Moon Pearl opens up the entire Dark World, pretty much. I mean, it's basically a requirement. And the mushroom's a trading quest item, basically. Did I not get the... that was the Master Sword and the hammer. Okay, we're in shape. We can actually get to the Dark World actually, we can... No, we need gloves at least. I think I forgot one of the treasure chests in here. So I just realized I didn't get rupees from the pot. And I did this once before, and it was really bad. Just a quick 30 rupees as we go through an area we're going through anyway. So yeah, the hammer opens up a decent amount. The Master Sword is just really good to have. Silver arrows. Holy crap. Okay. We'll need the bow before that's even slightly useful, but getting it early actually gives us quick kills on a lot of bosses. Speaking of, what do we actually need to do here? Desert and Tower of Hera are crystals, which means we don't have to do 2 of the Dark World dungeons or Eastern Palace. Unfortunately, that might mean it's tricky to get the bow, depending on what else is available. We may have to go out of our way for it. Yes, run away. Okay, we don't have a bottle to give the kid, so we can't get the item from him. Finish up a heart container. Take it. Check down here. Shovel. Okay. Apparently we're just getting all the trading game quests out of the way. Trading game quests are basically, it's an intermediary item that just unlocks one other item. So it's not necessarily a net gain on items as much as it's an opportunity to get a different one. Okay, we're gonna go through here. Do the race quick. Some people say it's worth, or that it's better to, or I've seen a lot of people do, like, check it first, but it's not like it takes that long to go through. And in this case, the staff is worth it. Hopefully that's a required item. Well, actually, hopefully it's not, because Misery and Turtle Rock are long items. They're long... take a long time to go through. That's it. They're long dungeons. Words. Okay. So we're gonna save quit and go yeah, let's do the southern half real quick. I actually have a thought here. And we'll go ahead and just do normal. So like I said, part of this is that it's a speed game and a race, and part of that involves using whatever we can to our advantage. So, one of the things for this version of the game, which is the Japanese version 0, is that you can use the mirror in non-dungeon locations to despawn blocks. You know what? Since we're here, let's go ahead and... Wait, no. We can't get that until we get the gloves. Never mind. I was thinking since we had the hammer, we could go to Hype Cave, but we need gloves first, so... Oh well. We'll come back and do Dark World stuff later. Book of Medora. I think that's everything. Okay. Yeah, we'll just... Okay. Hype Cave it is. Part of this is making the choices you can to maximize your items. That cave is really good because it's got 5 items. There's a cave that is colloquially known as Hype Cave. Oops. Which is in the Dark World. And actually, that's also everything we need to get into Desert Palace. So let's go ahead and... not have a shield. Or forget we don't have a shield. Okay. Yeah, like I said, this is just another 5 items. That's really good. 5 items in any spot is a decent number. It's worth going out of your way to get. Right now we could technically go back and get the item under the bridge or the Ice Rod Cave, but those are really out of the way. If we go this way, we can get to the desert. There's a cave on the way. There's what is his name? Yeah, we can get the Bombos. No, this is probably going to be more efficient. We'll stop by those other caves later if we have time, etc. That may not have been worth it, but that's okay. Okay, let's see what we got. Another heart container. Take it. Heart pieces are good. I'd actually... one of the best things is if you happen to be at 3 heart pieces when you go into a dungeon. If you find a heart piece within that dungeon, it fills your health. Heart containers don't do that. Okay, that's just 50 rupees, so we don't need to run down and grab the ledge item. Well, we'll see where we're at on rupees. We'll probably want to run up towards Zora's Domain and the Witch sometime shortly here. Actually, we could do like the whole north side of Kakariko in both the light and dark worlds, pretty much. Got boots and the mirror and the moon pearl. That's pretty much what we need. So yeah. Ugh. No, stop. Go away. 5 arrow upgrade's not terrible. We need to go this way because there's no small key yet. You need a small key to get in the other side. So it must be here. That was terrible. Nice long straight section there. Okay, so we should be able to quickly clear the rest of this. One of these has to be the big key. Apparently the other one's the fire rod. We'll take it. That means this must be the big key. because it's the only thing accessible. Like I said, that's the logic of the game, is you have to be able to get stuff. The rest of the stuff is behind big key doors, or the rest of the stuff in this dungeon requires the big key pretty much. So the big key had to be there. Okay. This is a really good run. We've already got like the fire rod and the staff and flippers, and I mean, if we get the hook shot and the bow, we're cooking. I'm kind of hoping that might have just like randomly been the hook shot with the way things have been going so far. Even though I'm pretty sure, yeah, the boss will have to be... I think that's all the chests. So it should be the map and the compass. And we got the compass, so the map, the boss should have the map. Only because we're really close to the 500 for Zora. The rest of this dungeon is real quick because everything is... the pots are... the keys that are in pots are not random. So outside of this room where you actually have to kill all the enemies, there's very little you have to do in this run. That was worthless. There we go. Come on. Now, if they somehow randomize the items in the pots somehow, this would be a whole different game. And I think one of these should have a big magic, so I'll double check real quick here. Nope. Small magic, though. Fire Rod kills Lamellus in 2 hits each. That was terrible. I think it should take like 3 hits from the Master Sword after that. Maybe 4. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. That was almost a good quick kill, and then not. I missed a lot. Yep, map. And one of the crystals. So Fire Rod will actually be really nice. We should be able to do, like, we have potential to do, like, Ice Palace and Skull Woods early, if we need to. Let's do... Okay, so we're gonna go Sanctuary. Now, technically, we could go up to Death Mountain. And actually, with the hammer, we could get even over to east side of Death Mountain as well. But what I want to actually do right now is do Village of Outcasts and the north side of the Dark World with the mirror. So, King's Tomb, the back of the Graveyard Cave, the Bonk Cave, check what the cape item is in the Bumper Cave, stuff like that. There's a lot of items over there, and then we'll also do Catfish, Witch, and Zora's Domain. As long as we're here. Okay, so Dark World. Oh, we don't need to do Skull Woods. Never mind. We could just run in quick and beat the boss, but considering the fact that we've just got the Master Sword and Green Tunic, I'm not going to risk that right now. So we should be able to get, like, a couple items here. First two items in the chest game are both from the random pool. One in here, which apparently is probably more trouble than it's worth. Let's see. Yep. Okay, this is the sea cave. Or the sea house. You can see it's shaped like a sea. Very clever naming conventions here. I can't do anything down there. Okay, there's a couple things I could do down there, but there's not enough worth going down there since I can't get back up, and I want to do this top half where I can get stuff. Bottom half is good to do when I've got the Titan's bed, so I can do the blacksmith too. Ugh. Those pterodactyls are completely nasty. Okay, piece of heart. Not worth it. Yeah, the little pterodactyl enemies are, I believe, the strongest normal enemy in the game. They do 4 hearts of damage. So yeah, we're gonna just be popping back and forth between the light and dark worlds here. Since I'm low on health, and I want to do all of this without dying, I'm pretty sure that that's faster than save quitting. Well, no, because I wouldn't be active while save. Never mind. Go a little bit off to the side whenever you do that, just to make sure. Don't need the 10 arrows. Save the animation. So if you, by placing that off to the side, I'm less likely to get stuck on the ledge. I think this is a safe spot to put this. Again, so that when we go back through, we're less likely to end up in a wall and bounce back and forth. Okay. Mushroom for the witch. Off screen, come back. Check with the assistant. 20 rupees, not worth it. It'll still be there if we go to buy medicine. So we'll do it then, if we need it. Okay. Catfish. Something good. Not great. Zora's Domain. Let's see what we got up here. Zora does tend to screw us over, but gotta check. It's pretty much the rule of this game is you've gotta check. Shield over there, worth getting. Mostly just because I will occasionally forget I don't have one. A very expensive piece of heart. Okay. That felt pretty good. No, we're doing really well so far. This is an amazing seed. Just as far as what's available this early. I haven't actually had many seeds where I get to just do go mode, which is, or meaning where you get to a certain point in the where you have all the items you need to beat all the dungeons. And this one might. I mean, I'm already fairly close. So basically, until that point, we want to do the most efficient dungeons, the ones with the most available treasure chests. So yeah, if you didn't notice, we're doing Death Mountain. We're going to open up that third start point, and we're going to do... we're going to go up to the top, do Spectacle Rock. Hey, a bottle. Nice. We're going to check Spectacle Rock. We're going to go across, do Tower of Hera, and then do the east side of Death Mountain. We don't have the Titan's Myths. I'm kind of hoping that's like would be kind of my dream thing right now, would be to find Titan's Myths like on top of Spectacle Rock. It was worth a shot. I'll just keep mentioning things like that and see if they magically appear. Ice Rod. Okay. And I believe, let's see here, I think it's here. Should be Spectacle Rock item. Need the Ice Rod to beat Trinex. So, it's another item we don't have to look for now. I believe this should take me out onto this ledge, which means I have to run back up the stairs here, but that's okay. Because Ice Rod. Not running around looking for the Ice Rod later will be good. Don't have the cape or the cane, so we can't do that area. We also don't have nearly enough hearts. We still have a few things we need rupees for. but we'll probably find another 300 randomly at some point, so I'm not gonna go super out of my way. Another bomb upgrade. Eh. Okay, Tower of Hera. See if this is a big key. Yep. Sometimes it's a big key, sometimes it's a small key. It's the big key. That means that you can go up first. Oh, actually, we can do both. We can go down quick. Nice. That doesn't happen very often. We're actually gonna still go up first, because there's a good chance that the bottom is gonna be an item we don't need. We'll be able to tell whether it's a worthwhile item or the map or the compass. And leave the blue down here so that we can do the... We're gonna have to do the intended way to get the big treasure chest. There's the map, so chances are going up that we're gonna need to go down. This is easily one of the shortest dungeons in the game. So... quick run through, no big deal, get a couple items, and then we'll do East Death Mountain, which is all the treasure chests ever. So, I'm equipping the hammer because it does more damage than the sword. It's a little trickier to use, but it saves us from having to deal with Moldorm moving faster. Normally, you hit Moldorm 5 times, and after 5 times you have to get one more hit. This counts as 2 hits per swing, so we basically skip it. And it looks like we do need to go into the basement to get an item. So we'll run up there and get that quick while we're in the neighborhood. That one requires a source of fire. So lantern or fire rod. Which we have both. Didn't quite get the intended thing I wanted there, but that's okay. So, if you land right on the peg and just sit there, the invincibility frames will continue to trigger and you'll just sit and blink. Which is nice. You don't have to do anything there. So we're just gonna do, whoop, really? Do that. Mirror back out. Again, time save. Mirroring back to the front of the dungeon when you need to can go a long way. This is why we need the hammer. And that opens up the east side of Death Mountain. We're We're gonna quick run up here, check what this item is. 50 rupees, not needed. So when we get to Dark Death Mountain, we don't need to go through there. This is the Spiral Cave. Can you guess why we call it that? Come on, Titan's Mitts. I am really just hoping that one of the light side Death Mountain things has either the hookshot, the Titan's Mitts, or preferably both. There is a lot of good stuff in Dark Death Mountain as well. There's like a lot of chests. This is one of the most this cave in particular has the most chests, I'm pretty sure, of anywhere in the game. Red shield is good. The swords and shields and the armor are all sequential, so regardless of the order you would have normally found them, they show up in the correct order. So we can't like get the mirror shield first. Some of the older versions of the randomizer did not have that. Wow. That is an extremely disappointing run. Yeah. No, we're safe quitting out. Okay. So we're gonna go... Trying to think of what other dungeons we can do. I'm gonna go do Hospitala's Hut real quick. That's 3 treasure chests. It's an overworld location. We can do the Bottle Kid. I'd prefer to wait on that if we don't have to do it yet. Mirror Shield, Flute, Blue Tunic. I'm suddenly somewhat regretting my life choices. But at least we have an excuse to go back to Kakariko. Gotta activate the flute. And that also gets us Bottle Kid. Yeah, Sanctuary's closer, I think. Hookshot's really the thing we need still. Come on. Bottle Kid. Magic Powder. I mean, as long as we're here. Bat Cave. Another piece of heart. Trying to think what other like areas and bosses we haven't done yet, or what other that are easily accessible from what we've got. Let's see, we can't do swamp. I mean, we can do Thieves Town quick. Blind is not a difficult boss. Well, not a super difficult boss, I should say. And I could probably just go do the boss of Skullwoods and double check the Master Sword locate pedestal. But I won't do that quite yet. Okay. This is one of the least, one of the dungeons that requires the least items. Hey, Titan's Bet. So, that changes my plans. After this, we're gonna go back up to Death Mountain and do the east side, I think. East side Death Mountain has so many items, and... Wait, no, we don't have Hookshot. We don't have Hookshot. So we'll just go ahead and just keep doing what I was gonna do. Just go through the normal dungeons. See what I've got available. I'm trying to remember what the... No, I can't check now anyway. Trying to remember what the other dungeons are. That we have accessible. We should be able to do Ice Palace. No, we need Hookshot. And most of the other ones I'm pretty sure are pendant dungeons, although I'm blanking on... I think it was Eastern and Skullwoods. Eastern Skullwoods Palace of Darkness. Trying to remember... Does Mire require Hookshot? Yeah, Mire requires... Well, no. You can get to Mire without Hookshot. Yeah. Could probably do Mire next. That's unfortunate. But it's better than doing partial dungeons. Awesome. That worked out pretty well. Yeah, one of the big things with this dungeon is it's good to do early because you have to go through the whole dungeon no matter what. So you can't cut much out of it. Some of the other ones, like, Misery Mire, once you get to the... once you get to the end, or once you get the big key, rather, you can get to the end. That's it. Words. Apparently need more caffeine. This will be rectified shortly. One of the few companions that you can, like, completely dash around with and do whatever. As long as you don't leave the dungeon. Cape. Nice. It's actually one of the items I like to use against blind. So that's actually kind of good. Blind takes the same number of hits no matter what weapon you're using. So I am a big fan of the cane is actually the one I prefer, but the cape does not scare off and jump scare. Ha. One. Two. Just basically a little safety strategy. Doesn't lose you any time, and it doesn't necessarily make things go faster, but it stops me from accidentally getting killed by blind and having to redo that whole last section again. Yeah. Okay, we've got actually no, we've got Titansmiths. So we're gonna go do blacksmith and that whole chain there. Blacksmith, shovel game, all that good stuff. Actually, no, we can't do shovel game with the chest following us. Okay, one of the other little tricks that works in this version of the game and no others, it's called hammer dashing. Push Y and A at the same time while you have the hammer equipped. Technically it works with any item, but the one that's most useful is the hammer, specifically for that room. I don't need that, what am I doing? Drop the blacksmith off, run back in. 20 rupees. Woo. Once you get the blacksmith taken care of, gives you the treasure chest. We will not be able to do the shovel game right now, but that's okay. We will go down here real quick. See if this item's worth getting. Full heart container's probably good. Actually, we could probably go through the rest of this in the light world. I'm gonna keep my Dark World portal basically just for the sake of it, in case I decide I want to go somewhere else in the Dark World next, because I'm not sure where I'm going! I really need the hook shot. Technically, it could be, like, it could be in in Death Mountain. Three chests before we get into the mire. I don't have any medallions. Bombos, looks like. I totally forgot about the fact that I can't get into these dungeons. Red mail. That's nice. Good for survivability, that's about it. Yeah, mirror. Okay. That was a pretty good first video. As far as length goes, I'm pretty sure that's longer than an average one. So, we'll call that one, call this a good break point, since I had a save quit. We'll pick up next time. We'll probably check, like, the pyramid, some other random spots in... Actually, I can't think of many other random spots in Dark World. We might have to check under the bridge and do go over to the ice rod cave, but I think at this point, just going back up to Death Mountain might be the best. We can't get all of it, but we can get some of it. So, give me a like and subscribe if you enjoy these videos. Give me any comments, questions, suggestions in the comments section. And I will catch you next time. Have a good one.